For more than 50 years, Portugal has been home to some of the greatest football players the world has ever seen. Football is a source of pride for the country, and every generation has dreamed of seeing the national team become world champions. The talent has always been there, but one dream has remained just out of reach: the FIFA World Cup. The story began with one of Portugal's first football heroes, Eusébio. His incredible skill, powerful shooting, and passion made him one of the best players of his time. In the 1966 World Cup, he inspired Portugal with unforgettable performances and showed the world that the small nation could compete with football's biggest powers. As the years passed, Portugal continued to produce outstanding players. The team often played exciting football and reached important tournaments, but success at the World Cup always seemed to slip away. Sometimes they were eliminated by stronger opponents, and other times they were stopped by small mistakes or moments of bad luck. The dream remained alive, but it was never fulfilled. Then a new superstar appeared. Cristiano Ronaldo became one of the greatest football players in history. He broke records, won countless trophies, and inspired millions of fans around the world. With Ronaldo leading the team, many believe that Portugal's greatest football moment was finally about to arrive. Tournament after tournament, Portugal entered the World Cup with hope and determination. The team fought bravely and created unforgettable memories, but the biggest prize continued to escape them. Every defeat made the desire to win even stronger, and every new competition brought another chance to chase history. This is the story of Portugal's long journey. It is a story of legendary players, unforgettable matches, painful disappointments, and endless hope. From the days of Eusébio to the era of Cristiano Ronaldo, Portugal has never stopped believing that one day, the dream of lifting the World Cup trophy could finally become reality. Chapter 1. The Rise of Eusébio. In the 1960s, Portugal began to attract the attention of the football world. The country had talented players and growing ambition, but it had not yet become one of the biggest names in international football. Everything started to change when a remarkable young striker appeared. His name was Eusébio, and he would soon become the greatest football hero Portugal had ever known. Eusébio amazed fans with his incredible speed, powerful shots, and natural ability to score goals. He played with confidence and passion, always giving everything for his team. Whether he was facing strong defenders or playing under great pressure, he never stopped fighting. His exciting style of football quickly made him one of the most respected players in the world. The biggest opportunity came in the 1966 FIFA World Cup in England. It was Portugal's first appearance at the tournament, and many people did not expect the team to go very far. But from the very first match, Portugal showed courage, skill, and determination. Eusébio led the attack with outstanding performances, scoring important goals that helped his country defeat some of the strongest teams in the competition. One of the most unforgettable moments came in the quarterfinals against North Korea. Portugal found itself losing 3-0 early in the match, and the situation looked hopeless. But Eusébio refused to give up. He inspired an incredible comeback by scoring 4 goals, helping Portugal win 5-3. It became one of the greatest comeback victories in World Cup history and showed the world the true strength of the Portuguese team. Although Portugal lost to England in the semifinals, the team did not let disappointment define them. They won the third-place match and finished the tournament with pride. Eusébio ended the World Cup as the top scorer, earning admiration from football fans everywhere. His performances turned him into a global superstar and made Portugal one of the most exciting teams in the world. The 1966 World Cup marked the birth of Portugal as a true football nation. From that moment on, the world no longer saw Portugal as a small outsider. It saw a country capable of producing extraordinary talent and competing with the very best. And at the heart of that historic journey stood Eusébio, the man who inspired a nation to dream bigger than ever before. Chapter 2. Years of Silence. After the unforgettable World Cup of 1966, Portugal hoped that more great moments would soon follow. The country had discovered its place among football's strongest nations, and the fans believed the future would be bright. But football can be unpredictable. Instead of building on their success, Portugal entered a long period filled with disappointment and missed opportunities. For many years, the national team struggled to qualify for major tournaments. World Cups came and went without Portugal taking part. Even when talented players appeared, the team could not find the consistency needed to compete with the best nations. Each failed qualification brought more frustration, and the dream of returning to the world stage seemed farther away. As time passed, Portuguese supporters remained loyal. They filled stadiums, wore the national colors with pride, and continued to believe that better days would come. Parents told their children stories about the magical performances of Eusébio, hoping that one day another generation would create memories just as special. The biggest challenge was not a lack of passion or talent. Portugal continued to produce gifted footballers, but building a team capable of winning major tournaments proved much more difficult. Strong opponents, difficult qualification campaigns, and painful defeats kept standing in the way. Every new tournament began with hope, but often ended with disappointment. Still, football remained at the heart of the nation. Across Portugal, young boys and girls dreamed of wearing the famous red and green shirt. They practiced every day, believing that one of them could become the next great hero. The country never stopped producing talented players, and many believed that another golden generation was slowly growing. Those long years of silence tested the patience of everyone who loved Portuguese football. But they also created something powerful, a hunger for success that became stronger with every setback. The fans continued to wait, believing that sooner or later, a new generation would rise and bring Portugal back to the top of world football. Chapter 3. The Ronaldo era begins. At the beginning of the 21st century, a new star began to shine in Portuguese football. His name was Cristiano Ronaldo. With incredible speed, amazing skill, and an unstoppable desire to improve, he quickly became one of the most exciting young players in the world. Fans believed that he could lead Portugal into a new golden era. As Ronaldo continued to grow, Portugal became stronger as a team. Talented players joined the national squad, creating a balanced group filled with confidence and ambition. The country once again believed it could compete with the biggest football nations. After years of waiting, hope returned to Portuguese football. The 2006 FIFA World Cup in Germany became the team's biggest opportunity in decades. Portugal played with discipline, determination, and courage throughout the tournament. They defeated strong opponents and reached the knockout stage with growing confidence. Each victory brought the team one step closer to making history. Ronaldo played an important role during the competition. Although he was still young, he showed great maturity under pressure. Alongside experienced teammates, he helped Portugal reach the semi-final for the first time since the unforgettable tournament of 1966. The dream of playing in a World Cup final suddenly felt closer than ever before. In the semi-final, Portugal faced France in a tense and difficult match. Both teams fought hard, knowing that only one could reach the final. A single goal decided the contest, and Portugal's dream came to an end. The players were heartbroken, knowing they had come so close to achieving something truly historic. Even though Portugal did not reach the final, the tournament marked the beginning of a new chapter. Cristiano Ronaldo had announced himself as the future leader of the national team. The defeat was painful, but it also created a new dream. Portugal had found its next superstar, and the nation believed that with Ronaldo leading the way, even greater moments were still waiting in the years ahead. Chapter 4. Chasing the Impossible. After the exciting journey in the 2006 World Cup, Portugal entered every new tournament with greater confidence. The team believed that its moment would eventually come. At the center of that dream was Cristiano Ronaldo, who had become one of the greatest players in football history. Every World Cup brought new hope that Portugal could finally lift the trophy. In the 2010 World Cup, Portugal showed determination and reached the knockout stage. The players fought hard and defended well, but their journey ended against Spain, who would go on to become world champions. Although the tournament ended in disappointment, Portugal proved that it could compete with the strongest teams in the world. For years later, at the 2014 World Cup, Portugal faced even greater challenges. Injuries, difficult matches, and tough opponents made the tournament frustrating. Despite Ronaldo's leadership and determination, the team could not advance beyond the group stage. It was a painful result for the players and fans, who had expected much more. Portugal returned stronger in the 2018 World Cup. Ronaldo started the tournament with one of the greatest performances of his career, scoring a stunning hat-trick against Spain in an unforgettable 3-3 draw. His free kick in the final minutes became one of the most famous goals in World Cup history. Once again, he showed the world why he was one of football's greatest legends. Throughout these tournaments, Ronaldo continued to break record after record. He became Portugal's all-time leading scorer and inspired millions with his passion, hard work, and never-give-up attitude. Every time he wore the national team shirt, he gave everything he had. His achievements made the Portuguese people proud, even when the biggest prize remained out of reach. Yet one dream continued to escape him. No matter how many goals Ronaldo scored or how many records he broke, the World Cup trophy remained just beyond Portugal's reach. The journey was filled with unforgettable moments and incredible performances, but the greatest challenge was still waiting. The dream was alive, and Portugal refused to stop chasing the impossible. Chapter 5. One Last Chance? The 2022 World Cup felt like a final opportunity for Portugal's golden generation. The team arrived in Qatar with high expectations and strong belief. Many fans thought this could finally be the tournament where Portugal would reach the highest level and fight for the World Cup title. At the center of everything was Cristiano Ronaldo, still carrying the hopes of an entire nation. Portugal started the tournament with confidence. The squad was full of talent, experience, and young energy. They played attractive football in the group stage and showed that they could compete with any team in the world. The dream of winning the World Cup suddenly felt closer than ever before, and excitement grew across the country. As the knockout stage began, Portugal continued to believe in their journey. They advanced to the quarterfinals, where they faced Morocco in a match that no one expected to be so dramatic. Portugal entered the game as favorites, but Morocco played with incredible discipline, strength, and determination. The match became one of the biggest surprises of the tournament. Morocco defended with passion and refused to give Portugal space. Despite many attempts, Portugal could not find a way through. In the end, Morocco scored the only goal of the match, shocking the football world and ending Portugal's dream of winning the World Cup. After the final whistle, emotions took over. The Portuguese players stood in disbelief, realizing that their journey had come to an unexpected end. Cristiano Ronaldo left the pitch in tears, deeply emotional, knowing that this might have been his last real chance to win the World Cup. The image of him walking alone became one of the most powerful and heartbreaking moments in football history. As Portugal exited the tournament, a painful question remained in the air. Was this the end of the dream, or just another chapter in a longer story still waiting to be written? The answer was not clear, but one thing remained certain. Portugal's journey had never been simple, and its greatest story might still be unfinished. Portugal's journey in football is not defined only by trophies. It is defined by passion, talent, and a never-ending belief in a dream that has lasted for generations. Even without winning the World Cup so far, Portugal has left a powerful mark on the history of the game. From the early magic of Eusébio to the modern greatness of Cristiano Ronaldo, the country has always produced extraordinary players. These legends inspired millions, created unforgettable moments, and showed the world that Portugal belongs among football's elite nations. Over the years, Portugal has played in many dramatic matches. There were victories that brought joy to millions and defeats that caused deep heartbreak. Yet through every moment, the spirit of the team never disappeared. The fans continued to believe, no matter how difficult the journey became. Each generation brought something new. Some teams came close to greatness, while others faced painful exits. But every tournament added another chapter to Portugal's story. It became clear that this was not just a team chasing success. It was a nation chasing a dream that refuses to fade. Today, a new generation of talented players is rising. Fresh energy, new ideas, and strong ambition are shaping the future of Portuguese football. The team is still growing, still fighting, and still believing that its moment will come. And so, the biggest question remains open. After decades of unforgettable moments, legendary players, and endless hope, many fans are asking the same thing. Will the next World Cup finally be the one where Portugal turns its dream into reality?